Yeah, I hit record.
Okay, hang on a second. Welcome to Listen to Player 2, a video game review show. My name is Jojo, and I'll be your player 1. Jeff?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I have to be prompted. My name is Jeff, and I'll be your player 1.
Kim?
And my name is Kim, and I'll be your player 1.
Now, right before I hit record, Jeff, you said something, and I hit record, and I said, oh, hang on a second so I can start this. So could you please say the thing that you had just said before I interrupted you?
What do we think Brad Pitt's wiener looks like?
Okay, now let's really get into this because for starters, I've heard he doesn't shower.
Well, I've heard that he's not a clean person. Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
COVID did a number on all of us, and showering's not on the list of the top of my priorities.
I could have said that maybe showering was a struck project for Brad. But I don't think it was. I think that was just like his passion.
Showering was one of those things that HBO Max, David Zaslav has shelved. We put all the money and effort into it, and we've put it in the vaults. It'll never be released. We're going to stop pursuing that project.
Are we talking about Brad Pitt?
Yeah, Bradley Pitt.
Bradley
okay.
Pitt.
See, I was thinking Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm sure he doesn't shower either.
I'm
gonna go ahead and not even incognito.
Why do rich people not shower? Because we don't shower sometimes.
Sometimes. I don't go more than like a couple days without showering, but I also just really enjoy a shower. Like I like showering for just like the relaxation element.
Just like really getting a good crank going.
Yeah, I love using up all of God's resources so I can rub one out and not have to do as much cleanup. That's a thing.
That's a thing. And not to seem like an old man, but here we go. That's the thing that Gen Z does apparently, where they take really super long showers. They say will take like a 5-hour shower, like a 3-hour shower.
That's too long.
And just really, and what they say is and really get in there and wash everything. And I'm not saying I do a great job in 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. But I do good enough to have a full-time job.
There's got to be diminishing return at some point.
How often are these long showers happening?
How dirty in this modern life can you get?
If you're one of those fellows or those ladies that's working on the oil rigs and you're getting soaked head to toe in muck and grease and dirt, I
assume that's like working at the Kids' Choice Awards, where every so often you're just slimed.
If that's the case, you're like, I have my first date. I got shore leave tonight from the oil rig. It's this lady whose dad runs an oil rig. We're gonna be astronauts and stop this meteor, but I have to be clean for it. So.
Got to be clean for Meteor.
Got to be clean for Meteor, for Liv Tyler. But 3 hours too long. Also, I take some long showers, but they're only as long as the hot water will last, which is not 3 hours.
You have depression showers. It's different.
Yeah.
You have limited hot water?
Yeah, I have a water heater, but it's only full of so much water.
I have never run out of hot water at this place.
You don't have a water heater in your unit. I'm pretty sure your complex has a shared water heater.
So I could drain it if I really put the mustard on. Yeah.
If you got all of your neighbors together to take a shower simultaneously, you all could drain that water heater if you tried. It's like the Voltron of let's use this resource for a bullshit reason.
It's really hard to make friends in your 30s. And I would say that even harder, make friends with your neighbors in your 30s. Because we have at least 2 neighbors who I have had full conversations with that I cannot bring myself to just go over to their knock knock. I brought scones. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I can't try to build a relationship with the people who live nearby. So I don't know how the fuck I'm going to coordinate us all to ruin our hot water tank.
Have you ever tried going over to them and asking for scones as opposed to offering scones? That might do
one time.
Walk over and be like, "Can I have something?"
One time, I had taken the day off work to play video games, and my neighbor knocked on my door, and she said, "Do you like Vietnamese food?"
Your answer,
which I thought was a come on. Because I don't deal with people too much. And I said, yeah, I do. And she said,
was she Vietnamese? If she wasn't, that would have been hilarious.
How many clothes was she wearing?
It was a dozen layers. This was on Christmas. So she was like, well, I ordered Chipotle, but my driver delivered some Vietnamese food by
This
accident.
sounds like the fakest story I've ever heard in my entire life.
This is the start. This is the start of a porn that they worked way too hard on.
Yeah. Listen, it does sound like a meat cute, right? But so she has this big. It's like a comedy sack, just filled with banh mi's and soup and shit. And she's like, "I don't eat this. Do you eat this?" And I said, "Yeah," because I didn't have lunch yet, so I took it into my home and I ate it alone at my kitchen table. and then I went back to playing video games.
That's like the best day ever.
Yeah.
Here's what I learned about her. 1, her name is Brooke. 2, she likes Chipotle more than she likes a banh mi.
Right.
Can't really build a friendship from that.
What number of neighbor do you think you were in the sequence of knocking on doors asking if somebody wants this
1,
food?
I'm the first one. I'm literally right there. She probably heard me yelling at video games.
And then she was like, that sounds like the kind of guy who would love some free Vietnamese food, aka sex, because I'm flirting.
If that was flirting, she did a bad job on me.
So Brad Pitt's dick?
Apparently small. I'm reading all about it.
Okay, if you could give me the top 5 bullet points on Brad Pitt's hog.
Back a long, long time ago, apparently there was some paparazzi photos of Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow, and they leaked. It was not particularly flattering, and there was a big debate about, well, it was flaccid. So that's what Shania Twain's "You Don't Impress Me Much," and she says Brad Pitt. She is specifically referencing those leaked photos where he does not impress me much.
But in that song, she's singing about just like, so you've got a nice car.
Right. But the whole thing is she wants somebody who can satisfy her sexually. It doesn't matter if they're hot or rich or a gearhead. Mm-hmm. And so
it's purely hog.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, you know what, Kim, you are absolutely right. Quote, "Oh, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much. You've got the looks, you don't got the touch. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think you're all right, but that don't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much."
Thank you for that.
I like how you said that, like in court, having to recite Shania Twain's lyrics for some sort of legal reason.
So yeah, I guess this is like the opposite of Orlando Bloom's giant penis thing, where like his penis was flaccid when he was wakeboarding with Katy Perry.
Why was he wakeboarding naked?
Probably because he can't find pants that fit.
Yeah, they get too tight when you.
It's hard. It's really hard to find a tailor in every city.
That's what happens when you eat too much Limbus bread. Your wiener gets too big.
Hey guys, I know that we're just like having fun, but Shania Twain's "That Don't Impress Me Much" in terms of like narrative progression, it starts with, so you're a rocket scientist.
Right.
That doesn't impress her. Brad Pitt is second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what third is?
You've got a car.
You've got a car. So that means that if you own a car, you are 1 to 2 stanzas more impressive than Brad Pitt.
So I have to say, though, I've never seen Brad Pitt drive a car. I mean, like outside of, a character he plays in a movie. I know he's done that. But like, I can't say I've seen the man.
He doesn't shower.
He doesn't shower. He might not drive a car. He might not know how to drive a car. His wiener is small to probably average.
His wiener is small in Shania Twain's estimation.
But I don't know what Shania Twain's experience. So like, if she's started at Everest, then yeah, everything's not going to impress her that much.
Jeff, listen, I'm going to give a little bit of meaningful silence right here. Mm-hmm. Are you suggesting, arguing that Shania Twain has experience with hogs of such tremendous power and strength, and that is why she is unimpressed? Shania Twain is just hog hunting out there for the biggest, most powerful hogs, and that's what you're arguing?
I can't say for sure, but
winner of the Juno Award for Songwriter of the Year for 1997's album "Come On Over."
You know how you find the focus to write the music that she does is you stop worrying about the pleasures of man because you've already hit the peak. So there's nothing else to be concerned about. So your focus now is on your art.
Son of a bitch, if that doesn't make the most sense.
All I'm saying is that if I had the biggest dick in the world, I'd be really good at making podcasts, even better than I am right now.
That's probably true.
Who is the Shania Twain of the podcasting world? Could it be me? Is it you?
I don't know why I think this is going to yield pay dirt, but I'm going to write down Shania Twain podcast and just see if I get anything.
She has to have been on one at some point, right?
She's on a lot of podcasts as a guest. She doesn't have to be.
What would her podcast be? She starts her own. She's tired of playing second fiddle to Jack and Joe podcast. She wants the Shania Twain cast.
She probably can play fiddle.
Yeah, no, probably. Yeah. Figuratively. If Shania Twain was all of a sudden going to break into the scene with her own self-produced podcast, what would her podcast be? If
you're going to do a podcast and you're a celebrity, it's either you're talking to your famous friends about being famous or you're talking about a passion that you have that might not be obvious.
She could do a podcast, and Shania, if you're listening,
get at us.
I'm back.
Kim, okay, Kim. So now we're talking about what do you think if Shania Twain had a podcast? Because she doesn't right now. It would be about.
Well, it's not going to be about Brad Pitt's dick.
It's not going to be about Brad Pitt's dick. It might be about finding the largest hogs on this face of the earth, which is what Jeff. Sure, that's why Shania Twain said Brad Pitt's dick did not impress her much. I will say, the cover of her album "Queen of Me," she is riding a horse, not side saddle. So maybe horses.
Possibly horses.
Yeah. Kim,
Rodeos?
what do you think Shania Twain would do a podcast on?
Jewelry making.
Okay.
Son of a bitch, Kim.
Kim, here's the thing. I'm going to put a slight spin on that. Jewelry making, but also they're going to be live recorded at a variety of those gym expos.
That's like special. That's when she does live events.
Yeah. Well, when she gets up to after she's done one season and all of her episodes past that are all going to be live episodes recorded for a live audience at these gym conventions is where they're going to be.
Oh my God.
There's a gym convention that takes place right down the road at the Scottish Rite Center all the time.
Yeah, and Shania can just be down there. You know what? She's probably like cutting a thing of like amethyst and like a lathe. I don't know how they make gems. I assume there's a lathe. You know what? It doesn't matter what the craft is. You need a lathe at some point to spin it in a circle.
She's Canadian and she's 58 years old.
Yeah, and she's gorgeous. I need to close her official store because I'm going to buy all of her shit. She has a shirt that just says Shania fucking Twain.
I like her a lot.
She's a national treasure.
Yeah, she's not married right now. I can tell you that.
Oh, she's between husbands.
Yeah.
Wait, no, is she? I thought she was married to Frederick Thibault or whatever.
Oh no, they are married. Never mind. I was looking at it backwards. She was married to Robert John Lange.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Are we now waiting out Shania Twain's marriage?
Yeah, probably. Well, let's find out what Frederick's up to. Oh yeah, no, they're in it for love because.
Is he ugly?
You know what? That makes her hotter.
Also, I think he's 5 years younger than she is. Good for her.
Frederick looks like Zack Snyder's Weird Al is what he looks like.
The gritty reboot of Weird Al Yankovic.
He does. He has his hair, but he's got like who's the guy Gwen Stefani's married to?
Oh, he's got that weird pinched face.
Blake Shelton?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like Blake Shelton and Weird Al had a giant adult male baby.
So-
and he asked, okay, how big is his hog compared to Brad Pitt?
It's okay. It's definitely as big as a car is impressive.
Yeah.
When you look at pictures of the two of them, one of the first pictures that comes up, of course, is like their picture of them getting married. He looks like he has not cut his hair since they got married.
It
in
probably only grows to a
2011.
certain length.
Yeah, it's a determinate growth.
Yeah.
He's younger than her too. Mm-hmm.
I think we've talked enough about Brad Pitt's unimpressive hog.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. It doesn't impress me much.
Shania Twain's beautiful marriage and life and music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I probably am going to get one of you that Shania fucking Twain t-shirt for
I can't wear a fucking shirt, so
I hope it's me.
and there's a hat that they have that says "Don't be stupid," but that's sold out.
Oh wow.
I'm not going to pay attention
but
to that hat.
But the Queen of Me tie-dye hat is still in. I might.
That's a Kim thing.
There's also hold on, because there's also one that says Twain Auto Parts. It's a trucker hat. Fucking her merch kicks ass. This is a video game review show, and on the show we look at video games that are recently released and discuss whether or not they are worth purchase. But the way that we do that discussion is by, and I know this is going to sound a little bit outside the box, we look at the reviews created by other gamers. We trust in other gamers, the titular player twos, to know whether or not we should play the game that we talk about that day.
Gamers don't just play games. They also have opinions and feelings.
Yeah, gamers don't just play games. They have deep, rich lives.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we have to save them in their habitats.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Shania Twain.
Yeah, habitation loss is one of the major reasons that we've been losing gamers.
Yeah. There are several Jack in the Boxes that have closed recently in my neighborhood, and I know that those gamers now have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Where were they going to get their mini tacos now? How will they live? I hope they die.
The game we are talking about today is Like a Dragon Gaiden, subtitle, The Man Who Erased His Name.
Wait, if there's a second subtitle, what do you call it?
So the name of this game is very long, but it is probably one of the most video game ass names I've ever heard. Like a Dragon, that's the series. Gaiden, that's the sub-series. And this title in the sub-series is The Man Who Erased His Name.
It's a name that's a lot longer than Brad Pitt's wiener.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name was developed by Ryu Ga Gotaku Studios.
Love them.
Published by Sega and Sega of America. It is I guess now it would be considered a spin-off in the long-running, it was formerly known as Yakuza series. Now it is known as the Like a Dragon series.
All right.
That Madonna song.
What?
From Japan. Like a dragon.
Hey! For the very first time. It was released on As the Crow Flies November 8th, 2023 for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, S, One, as well as Windows. So it's available in many different forms. The description of the game by the designers themselves on Steam reads this. And let's hope it's good, because if it's not, they're going to know about it. Mm-hmm. Erase your past to protect your future. Once legendary Yakuza Kazuma Kiryu faked his own death and abandoned his name for the sake of protecting his family. Now he is thrust into conflict by a mysterious figure, attempting to drive him out of hiding.
Who's the mysterious figure? Spoiler, tell me.
I don't know.
God damn it.
I don't know jack shit about this. I know it exists.
Okay.
Did that description do anything for you guys?
I mean, I know the Yakuza games, or I'm sorry, the Like a Dragon games, which it's also changed its name. Ooh, double change names.
Yeah.
Or erased their names, rewrote it.
Yakuza erased its name. It's now Like a Dragon.
I mean, that's just story stuff. I don't really know what the game's like based on that, but I'm assuming it's like the other Yakuza games.
Yeah, it's beat 'em up. I mean,
like RPG-ish.
Wait, is this like Hitman?
Not exactly like Hitman, Kim.
Do you get to throw a coconut at somebody?
Probably.
Do you get to pet the dog?
Oh, absolutely. You get to pet the dog.
These are games where you get to pet the dog. It's like Shenmue plus Streets of Rage.
So, Jeff, that's my job. And that's correct. But that's my job.
If you want to edit it to where...
All of these Jeffs taking our jobs.
If you want to just edit it to where like you
asshole
pretend you say it and then use my voice clip and it'll sound okay.
It doesn't work. That's nothing.
Well, think of your own one.
Well, I don't want to. The Metacritic score for this one is at this point on PlayStation 5, it is a 78. PC, a 77, and on the Xbox, it is a 76. Not great.
I mean, doable. Fuckable.
You'd hit it. Would you quit it though? Now, in terms of the actual cost of it, on Steam, the cost is $50. Not super funny. On the PlayStation 5, the cost is going to be, well, again, $49.99, unless you order a copy from Play Asia, which is $39.99 for some reason. If you buy it in stores, $69.99. You're really going to have a fun time trying to decide how to pay for this game.
Those are just different versions, but they're not marketed.
No, they're all
like
the
that.
same fucking. They're all the same version.
I got the $49.99 version. I got the $69.99 version. Oh man.
No, but the 69 version is nice.
Yeah.
And of course, and I don't know how this ended up this way, but because it's on Sega, it is available in Game Pass.
Okay.
So if you have Game Pass, you have Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name.
Yeah, it's like that U2 album. You got it. Did you want it?
Done it. So you've got Game Pass. That didn't impress me much. The big three for Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name, are as follows. 1.
Jeff, take it away.
No, fuck off. You can't do that. You don't know how. 1. Not a lot to this one.
Oh, no.
Not that it's bad.
Wait,
it's
it's
just
not impressing me much? Is it
yeah,
that
you know what? Yeah. Just not a lot.
This is there's a real Shania Twain feeling.
It's good, and what's there is good, and I'm enjoying it.
Right.
There's just not a lot.
That's how I feel
also,
about
by the way,
too.
On Steam, 928 user reviews, 96% positive.
Okay. It's still
2, I'm really glad this is not a turn-based piece of shit.
Oh.
Their words, not mine, because apparently some people are very mad that the game is now a lot more like Dragon Quest. I love that it's not like Dragon Quest because I actually find the gameplay of the Yakuza series boring. So it's much nicer that it's a turn-based RPG, but with a dude with an afro.
Kim, do you want to review Joe's review right now? What he just said?
3 stars.
Shit. That could mean almost anything when it comes from Kim. The last kind of review is memes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why don't
yeah.
we it's just default. Just
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be at least a
Memes.
couple. Memes, got to be a few memes. Because there's memes, that means it's a pretty good sign that this is a good game.
If you can't draw some sort of other humorous content out of a game, then it has no soul and it's not that good.
I mean, if there is a meme in there, that means someone really liked it
Mhm.
and therefore wanted to share their like of it by just kind of fucking around in Steam.
Okay, good job. Could I have done it better?
Well, I guess we're not allowed to know that.
We're not allowed. No.
Jeff, you keep that up, you're going to be a struck project.
Oh no.
I know. Very
We're gonna get a
dangerous.
tax break on on shelving me. No.
Fucking, you fucking scab. How about them reviews? I did
want
put
some
them in the
reviews?
drive. Let's talk a little bit
Oh
about.
shit! You put him in the drive.
Yeah.
No.
What was you said you did this you thought of this right now. What was the other game that was?
I was gonna grab some shit for Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, we know that's bad.
Yeah, but I had decided at the 0 hour, even as content that is arguably mocking it, I still don't care about that series in any
I think
way.
also the game that we put up, I think all three of us would have to want to play it to some degree.
That's the fear, right? At the end of this, one of the three of us, most likely me, but hey, Kim has surprised me in the past. One of us is going to get this game and play it and then talk about it.
but I don't see that I don't think any of us are real Call of Duty fans.
We're not really gun people.
I'm not a big gun.
Well, Kim might be. She lives in Alabama now.
Still not a gun person. Nope.
Well, I mean, I play other games that have guns, but just not this one that's just straight war gun stuff. Even if they were like, it's wonderful, it's a 10 out of 10, I still wouldn't play it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Methinks thou dost protest too much.
You got
I
a
don't know
little
why I
lisp.
lisped there, but
Because Shakespeare lisps.
I guess.
This is from Rob64, ROB space 64. It's good, but it's definitely not very substantial. Talking about my wiener.
Whoa.
The new area they primarily showed in all the trailers is pretty tiny and is only a home for some gambling minigames and the arena. Most of the playtime is in Sotenbori, and it's exactly the same as it was in Kiwami 2. Sub-stories are also pretty lacking. Definitely feels like it would be $20 DLC for Yakuza 6 or something. Story is all right. Good, dumb Yakuza fun, with a lot of boxes to check to keep you distracted for a few hours. Definitely buy it on sale. It is not worth $50, especially when you can buy the entire back catalog of the series for less. And then Jojo didn't leave out the little part of the review that says, was this review helpful? And then you click yes or no, because that's also there. But I am pretty sure this person did not leave that in there.
Could you imagine?
I'd say yes, that was a helpful review.
There was a review on the last one where somebody was like, my brother died and he loved this game. Was this review helpful? Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
man.
Okay. So
Sorry.
it's interesting to hear that there's not a lot to do. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Is it comparatively to the other games though, or in general? Because these games have a lot of stuff to do usually.
They're
right?
they're the mile deep and an inch wide.
Mm.
You know, the place that Brad Pitt could never reach.
Hey.
Joe, the one that does the editing.
Yep.
Do me a tremendous favor.
Sure.
Cut all of the stuff from the beginning of the show where we talk about Brad Pitt's dong and why, so that there's just a bunch of random zings.
References to Brad Pitt's
Yeah,
penis.
to Brad Pitt's penis. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe, and if you want to know the why, then we can release the full episode on Patreon with that extra lore at the
So
beginning.
so the only reason we would ever cut curse words is to just troll people because we
Yeah.
reference them later.
Yeah, because I listened to the episode you pushed out today, and you left anal in there, which is great.
I did.
And you
I
were
did leave
all
anal
like,
in
you're like,
there.
I'm gonna take the anal out.
I was
anal.
arguing for the
We-
gram. It was a funnier bit,
Yeah.
We did talk about anal a lot in that episode.
and in
Yeah.
this one now
Well,
Yay.
I mean, not a lot. We mention it in this episode.
we reference it, kind of like like a tasteful pastiche,
Mhm, mhm.
which is how I would describe most butts.
How are we feeling about this review?
I think the idea that there's not a lot to do in a Yakuza game I think that's just a true thing if you have a certain perspective on what you want to do in a video game. Like,
so it's fair.
this is a fair argument.
It's a fair review. It's not super tilted.
Yeah.
And it doesn't call it woke, which is a nice change.
I will say that in every...
Wait, is anyone saying this is woke? Because this might be the first game in ages that is unwoke. Which makes me think they just open it up with the N-word.
It only has Japanese people in it because it is set in Japan. So I guess probably someone is calling it woke, but probably not.
Yeah, this is a pretty even-handed review from Rob64, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not the most unhinged thing I've heard all day.
No, and which is unfortunate. I mean, it's definitely informative, but it's interesting. So it says that this feels like $20 DLC, buy it on sale. It related and unrelated. There was a story because big thing right now is Grand Theft Auto 6. They're saying that the trailer and the big announcement for it's coming out.
I thought they canceled the trailer because of the leak.
The leak they did, and they're supposed to release.
They said it, and no one gets it now.
Wow,
they're going to a
third grade classroom over here.
They're supposed to basically say that they're officially announcing it this week, and I'm sure it'll be like what the setting is, and then there's going to be a trailer in December. But on the tail of that, I think what was it? Take-Two's like CEO or somebody big at them was just like, games are too cheap. So he was like $69.99 is too cheap for what you get for a video game.
I mean, depending on the video game, I strongly agree with that.
Who said that?
It was somebody. It was like the big head honcho from Take-Two, the big Grand Theft Auto man,
Mr. Theft.
Yeah, Mr. Theft, Mr. Grand.
Hi, we're from the law offices of Grand Auto and Theft. I'm Michael Theft III, and I'm here.
My father founded
this law corporation with a single dream to get me off. Get me more money. Sorry, what did I say? Take-Two.
This was from GTA 6.
Hey, that was a fucking good joke.
It was. Yeah. It was great. Good job, man.
It was the publisher, GTA 6 publisher CEO, thinks that video game prices are, quote, very, very low, end quote, for what they offer. But that doesn't mean publishers have the power to raise them.
We don't ever really talk seriously about video games as an art form, but that's an incredibly odd thing to say.
For me or for the CEO?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, no, I think Kim.
Oh, no, Kim
died.
She's dying. She's still talking.
I just thought I heard. The problem is I have headphones on, and the person that is screaming upstairs, he won't leave his bed.
Can you stop saying person and actually identify the individual as your son? Because it's very concerning.
And also, if it's not your son, it's even more important you identify.
Yeah, is it a Babadook? Is there a Babadook up there, Kim?
Is the Babadook up there, Kim?
Is he with your son?
Babadook's got a big hog.
I hope maybe that's why he's yelling.
He's yelling Babadook. You're just like, I'm wearing headphones. I can't really hear him, but there's something happening upstairs.
That all tracks.
I think it's okay. I think I was just making it up because I'm wearing headphones. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that measuring a game's $60 isn't enough for what you get out of a game, and it's like that would assume that every game gives you like an equivalent experience of a certain
right. It ups the stakes of the cost of the game. I think if
then you can arbitrarily change like if it's just a very flexible like range of pricing. I could be like, well, Spiderman 2, I beat that in like 12 hours. So I don't know, like a $40 game.
I paid $60 to beat that game in 15 hours. We'll say, right?
But then in Cyberpunk, I spent 90 hours on that game, but I only paid $30 for it because it was on sale.
So should you pay for like the amount of time that you play the game?
By the logic of the CEO, yes, but then also by the logic of the CEO, Spider-Man ripped me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, listen, Spider-Man fucking robbed me.
Did it though?
Which is such a non-Spider-Man
according
thing.
to the Take-Two guy, yeah, he did.
Yeah, but did he?
I was robbed by Spider-Man, Kim.
Did you like it?
Yeah, did you like it?
Did I like being robbed? No.
No, did you like the Spider-Man game?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Well,
yeah, well, you got robbed by
it. Listen, what I'm saying to you guys, my friends, and arguably found family, that I was robbed by Spider-Man. And what you were saying is, did you like it? Which is fucking insane.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't think being robbed is cool. But if I was robbed by Spider-Man.
I mean, that is probably one of the coolest robberies.
I would talk about it like not super sad. I'd be like,
I'm going to engage the law office of Grand Auto and Theft, and we're going to put a stop to him, this spider guy.
But I think that if
It's a weird spectrum that video games have to like exist in for cost and value, because you can, if you do it based on how long a person takes to fucking beat it, then Final Fantasy 14 should cost $8 million.
Yeah.
Like MMOs, there is no real cap to that, you know. And then I'm sure the CEO is talking about, because they're saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 has cost between $1 to $2 billion to develop.
If that is true, a lot of that's going to be, we've made so many downloadable credit cards for you to pay real money for. They don't even have fucking in that game.
No, they don't. They took it out. They have to get a fucking mod to do it. I'll give that modder.
Wait, what?
Kim, you can have sex in video games sometimes.
Well, no, I know. The thing about the Grand Theft Auto was that there's the sex in the car. You have the sex in the car with the hookers.
But is it? I mean, I don't know.
But do they make it a little mini game, Kim?
Yeah.
Where you have to hit X and O to do kisses?
I have yet to come to Grand Theft Auto. I'll say that much. Not to mince words. But it ain't impressing me that much.
So back to Rob 64's review. The thing about every Yakuza game is there is a lot of content that you can do. It's like tourism. There's things to do that you would do if you were on a vacation in a place, that I don't know why you would do that unless it's just like, well, I'm here. Like Mahjong, you can sit down and there's a lot of Mahjong in the Like a Dragon series. And it's not like kitschy, like there's a story. It's just fucking Mahjong that you can play.
It's just a mini game.
And if you know how to play Mahjong, that's fine. And if you don't know how to play Mahjong, it's probably the worst possible way to learn to play Mahjong.
Yeah, I tried playing. You could play Mahjong in Final Fantasy 14, and I tried one time, and it was the worst gaming experience I've ever had, because I don't know how to play Mahjong, and the game did not help me, because I was also playing not a Mahjong game. I was playing a fantasy adventure game.
They also, same thing with shogi, same thing with like chess. So if they're saying that there's not a lot of good mini games, they might really just be saying focus on the story.
Yeah, focus on the story.
It's got a story. If it lets me walk around a neighborhood, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I like walking. You like walking in video games.
Yeah, you're a big fan of walking in video games.
You can't jump in Yakuza.
Oh.
Wait, you don't get to run.
Like a Dragon doesn't have jumping.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
How about another review?
All right.
Yeah, give me another review.
This is from you get a palate cleanser?
Yeah, give me something good.
Microphone.
All right. Well, I can't guarantee that. Steam user Mars, M-A-R-Z. Game is noticeably more rushed than previous titles. Typos, localization errors, lost judgment leftovers. Even the combat doesn't flow as well. I'm a massive fan of the Yakuza / Like a Dragon series, and while this is still a quality game, I'm afraid of what the series will become if things like this become normalized.
Wow.
I'm afraid. This person's scared.
This game is a cautionary tale to this person.
This game, they didn't spell check when they say localization errors.
You're talking about like translation errors? Or are you talking about like making it more of a relatable, taking a thing that is specific to Japanese culture and then not finding a more relatable version of it?
Kazuma Kiryu wasn't renamed Derek Johnson. I mean, well, he wasn't. I mean, maybe he should have been, because he did erase his name. So it's not even Kazuma Kiryu anymore.
Oh, you know what? You've got me there.
It's Joryu.
Well, maybe in America it's supposed to be Derek.
It's Joshua Joryu. What would be, if they had a game like this, it was an American version of just some dude who was just running around doing, I don't know what the mini games would be if you were just playing. Yeah, Dave.
Yancey?
What? Because this is like in Japan. It's set in Japan, so there's like mini games and stuff. What would be the American version where you're running around in like, I don't know, Sacramento, but you can't just play Mahjong. It's not a thing that's just a common mini game activity for an American city.
Okay, so I lived in outside of Sacramento, and then I didn't. So
you lived in Boston also.
I also lived in Boston. So I guess a mini game would be like in Boston, it would be trying to catch the T, and you are always, it's just leaving every time you get there.
Hang on, Kim. Let's do this. Let's do this little thought experiment, okay? I am Derek Yakuza, the man who erased his name, and I'm walking down the street in Townburg, the localized American version of Sotenbori, Townburg.
Is it a city? How many people is there?
It's a district of Tokyo.
Does it have a university?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we're talking city. Go on.
So I'm walking through. There's an old man who has a table set up and says, "Try your luck."
It's a 3-card Monty?
No, not necessarily. What I'm saying is, what is the game I'm trying my luck at? In Japan, it would be Mahjong or Shogi.
Right.
In America,
it's supposed to be chess.
Yeah, but like chess is.
But that's sort of an older. I mean, that's
we'll circle back to chess. What would it be? Also, though, would it be card Texas Hold'em?
No, it would be a kid. It'd be a teenager trying to sell you magazines, and you'd have to use dialogue options to get out of it.
If he sells the most, they get a ticket to Jamaica.
Yeah.
In Yakuza, what would happen is the man who erased his name would say like, hey, do you want to buy my magazine subscriptions? And it would say side quest, buy magazine subscriptions. And then he would listen to the magazine subscriptions, and then like a bunch of people would show up and be like, hey, that guy ripped me off for the magazine subscriptions. And the guy who ripped him off would be like, oh no. And he would hide behind Derek, and Derek would be like, hey, don't beat this guy up. He's just trying to make a living. Hey, fuck you, Derek. And then he would beat the shit out of all of them.
Yeah. And then that guy would get to go to Jamaica because he was not lying. It was real.
And then Derek would say like, I know that you were trying to rip me off, but I still don't like it when someone gets beat up. And then he goes, thank you, Derek. I'm never going to illegally sell magazines again. And then he is going to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Quest
and then
quest complete.
In the sequel, you'd get to go to Jamaica and you see him again.
Aw. So
and he's selling magazines because he can't get home. So you have to help him.
He runs a newsstand, and he's like a source of info. You get quests there.
My boss, we received a magazine the other day, and she was like, holy shit. I was like, what? And she's like, she was like, I bought these magazines from a kid. I was 100% sure he was fucking with me, but I gave him the money because, she just felt like anybody who's going door to door selling magazines, either they're legitimate or they need help.
Yeah. No one's trying.
The only currency they know.
Yeah. And so she was like, yeah, I picked out a couple of magazines and I put the business's name on them. And I never in a million years thought we'd actually receive magazines.
Jesus.
But so, yeah, she picked out some good magazines. So we got some good magazines at our office now.
That's awesome.
Thanks, random kid.
And that kid is in Jamaica living it up.
Yeah, that kid is now living it up in Jamaica, high as balls.
Yeah.
He's about to come back and lose his driver's license.
Let's hope the triads don't find him, because then the man who erased his name will need to go over and take care of him again. Part 2 of that quest.
Want another one?
The game came out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucked up.
Yeah. They patch everything.
This person will update this in 6 hours.
I don't think it's good that in the year of our Lord 2023, when a game comes out, my knee-jerk reaction is I will buy this now knowing it's not going to work right. Like, I've accepted that as a standard. That's not right, but it's not this game's fault.
No. Yeah. Well, it's the industry's fault.
Yeah.
We're all victims of the industry.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
So,
capitalism is bad, Mars.
Yeah.
Strongly agree.
You want another review?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. These are all kind of samey. Nothing really wild in here. Everyone's kind of in the same boat.
That's why we're here, Jeff. I mean, you can fucking go to like the review page on Steam. I grabbed these as quickly as I could.
No, I know. I'm not judging you.
Sounds like he's judging you.
I'm not really judging you. This is from the George Foreman Grill. It's a shorty. It says the man who reads.
You know, like when you said, like, man, there's really not a lot of very good reviews here. Here's one from a George Foreman Grill.
Yeah. It's just one sentence. It says the man who reused his assets.
Oh no. You know what that means, guys?
That's a cardinal sin for gamers.
It's basically like saying you cheated on your homework.
You did your homework a week ago, and then you used the same homework again today.
Yeah.
So it's the same character. They just like the non-playable characters just have the same dialogue over and over again.
No, I think what they're saying is like, you know how you go to IKEA and they sell a bunch of furniture. Right.
I do know of IKEA, yes.
So you can go to like 1,000 houses with IKEA furniture. And yeah, they'll all look different inside. But if it's all IKEA furniture, they didn't really decorate their house.
That's rude.
They just were lazy.
I'm sitting at a piece of IKEA furniture right now. And I can tell you, my house looks nothing like your house. It's bigger and nicer and more expensive.
It's an actual house for one.
Yeah, we rent, Kim. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Hey, listen, you know what? Now you're the landed gentry.
I know. How far I've fallen.
I know.
Yeah.
Or risen. Hard to say. I don't know what game they would have reused this from.
I mean, I think they're saying Lost Judgment. It's because I saw that in another one. Because Lost Judgment, it says in the previous one from Mars, it said Lost Judgment Leftovers.
Oh.
So what I'm thinking is that they're assuming that they used assets from the other game that people love called Lost Judgment.
Now, what if Lost Judgment was a bar and grill?
Then they would have gone and then this game went out into the alleyway to the garbage after hours. After Lost Judgment tossed away all the food that nobody ate, but they can't give it away to homeless people for some reason.
They can totally do that.
They're not on Too Good to Go?
Absolutely can.
And then they took that food and they served it in their restaurant, which is titled the restaurant that changed its name, I believe.
The restaurant that has no name.
The restaurant that has no name.
They might be dragons. The restaurant that has no name.
Yes. And that is what this reviewer is saying.
Wait a minute, Kim. Did you say they might be dragons like they might be giants?
Yeah.
There's a lot of musical jabs in this episode.
Kim discovers the name of most episodes somehow.
My special skill. I'm going to put it on my resume because I'm definitely getting fired soon.
Are you going to get fired, Kim?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Because I complain a lot and I make people unhappy.
Oh, well,
by
that's
pointing out that they
fired.
haven't gotten raises for years and
Good.
that the boss is unfair and in many ways very cruel.
If they fire you, maybe everyone will resign.
Oh, they won't. Because this is Alabama and they literally are taught here, like as children, that there's somebody behind you just waiting to take your job. And if you so much as look from one side to the other, your boss will fire you and somebody will take your job. And
excellent.
Get them to unionize, Kim. Start a union there, wherever it is you work.
Start a union.
Get an eyeball union, eyeball doctors union, eyeball people.
They tried to. Amazon was very close to having a union here, surprisingly in Bessemer, which is very close to here. The people that work there, like I was talking to one of them about it, and she was like, "Yeah," but like she literally just did not understand what a union was. And like they didn't tell like the people that were coming and talking to her. And then like they did this voting thing and she was like, yeah, I guess I missed it. They didn't really tell me like it just was really poorly done. It was very poorly done looking at like the nationwide news of it. And then
when you watch the news, it seems like everyone kind of knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah. These are people who, I mean, they technically graduated high school and you're expecting them.
Well, Kim, so did you and so did Jeff.
Yeah,
but then I technically also graduated college. These are really big issues that you're asking them to pay attention to. Well, they also have to work.
And they're not in a union, so it sucks. Yeah.
So she really didn't have time to go vote. And she didn't understand why it was important. She assumed that if it was important, it would just get pushed through.
That's how Brexit happened,
That's
Kim.
how Brexit happened. Everybody
they all
went
thought
to bed.
someone else was going to do it.
Exactly.
Did I say I showed you guys my adventure when I went to Too Good to Go while we're talking about reusing assets? And
Your adventure of garbage bag full of donuts.
Yeah, I went to the donut shop by our house for $6. The woman working there. By the way, I want you guys to know that this interaction I had with another human being, the same species as me, they said not even one word to me. They did not say hello. They did not say how I could help you. They did not communicate in any way. I said, hi, I'm here to pick up an order for Too Good to Go. And wordlessly, they picked up a grocery bag, not from the donut shop, and just filled it with donuts that they dumped them in and weren't even looking. I think they were looking at the door most of the time. And they gave me these donuts. Did not say thank you. Did not say you're welcome. Did not say come again. I just walked away.
You're going to find out that there was like a gunman behind the counter that you could not see. And that was their cry for help. And you did not think anything of it. You just thought, sweet, a bunch of donuts.
I'm sorry. Hey, listen, you really interrupted me being robbed.
Too many donuts. Not going to lie. How many did you order and how many did you get?
Well, the way it works is you pay a flat fee and they say, you just come get some amount of donuts. I went to another one in the middle of the week at a bakery. It's bakeries that do this a lot. And I was to get bread. And when I was walking up to it, because it's in the middle of the day, the bakery's in like a nice area. So there are people who are like out there, like behind tables to get signatures for shit. And there was a woman who I got out of my car. My foot hadn't even hit the pavement. I was getting out of my car. My foot hadn't hit the pavement. And she says, hey, how are you doing today? I yelled back, I'm just going to say no thank you preemptively to be nice.
That's good. Well, what was
No,
their response?
Jeff, no, that's not good. Okay. Because it's not completely clear. Am I talking to her or to the audience?
Really, I would hope anyone that heard that would get the message and not engage
but the
with
way
me.
that I said it was like the narrator would say it. And you're like, the narrator of what? And Jeff, I don't know.
My go-to is I just say, I'm good. They'll be like, hey,
do you go say good and you?
Oh,
No, they're just like, they're like, hey, can I talk to him? Just like, no, I'm good. Thank you.
keep talking, guys. I'll be right back 1 second.
Does he have a baby?
Yeah, I guess.
So I went upstairs and I told Pip, I was like, I need to go downstairs. I'm recording something with my friends. And he just says, oh, they'll record without you. It's fine.
I mean, he's not lying.
And you did.
It was
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's pretty smart for however old he is. 10? 5? Jesus Christ.
But he has we've adopted these two kids, these two neighbor boys that show up at my house every single day now, and ring the doorbell, and then I let them in, and then they play around, and they're like the most polite. Like his other friends that like I've met through my friends' children are not anything like these kids. These kids, they played with the train tracks, and then one of them was like, let's play a board game. They're like, okay. And then they didn't move for a while. And so I went and peeked in the room, and they were picking up the train tracks before they went and moved on. And I'm like, what the, how much do your parents beat you? You're so well behaved.
Are you taking notes? You're taking
I'm trying.
notes, right?
I've so far, what I've done is I've reached out to their mother, because I did at one point, they're like, oh, he said, and one of them opened the door, ran outside, and then ran back in, and because they call each other brother, like both of them, they're like, brother, where are you, brother? And brother, did mama call for us? And
I'm sorry.
he's
Are they from like is it from Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Are they from like a Coen Brothers movie? What's going
No,
on?
Maybe
they're
are.
Southern.
I'm back, by the way. What's going on?
Okay. So anyway, I'm talking about these two kids I just adopted.
Turns out everyone's kids are better than Kim's. It's
They're
weird.
so good. They're so good. They're so well behaved. But and so I found out today that they were over at my house, but they didn't tell mama. And I was just like, you need to go and tell your mother that you're here. And
I cannot deal with the police again. I need you to go.
Not
I
again.
not again, not today. So I put my name and my phone number down, and I was like, in the future, you need to go give this to your mother. And because we've never had an interaction, I've only seen her standing in the front in her muumuu, yelling at them for some reason.
That was a mirror, Kim.
They're kids.
Yeah, but it was a very well placed mirror. It really looked like she was in the front.
Pepper's ghost effect.
But anyway, so
They're going to run over to their mom and be like, a drunk lady gave us her phone number here.
Unrelated. I was drinking a beer today at dinner, and Pip was like, what's that? And I said, it's a Sam Adams. And he's like, is there drugs in that? And I was like,
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it has
no,
to be.
there is not drugs in this. Like your mother did. He's like,
It's
I said, we
different.
don't do drugs. And he said, because drugs are bad. I'm like, yes, because
He's like-
drugs are bad.
He's like, is there drugs in this? And you're just like, no, as you put like a handful of your pills in your mouth and then
is there
drink
drugs in
the
this?
beer.
And you're like, good point. And then you put,
Yeah. Like,
Mommy
oh,
almost
no.
forgot. Thank you, sweetie.
thank you for
Bless
reminding me.
Thank you, honey.
Many blessings.
Should we
Peace be with you.
do another review? This has been a very
Yeah,
Joe,
let's-
you're going to have fun cutting this one.
Yeah, I have fun editing this one, you dumb asshole.
Want to do one more?
Let's do one more because I know you have to go as well, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't have to do shit.
Yeah, me neither. This is from Kai. Oh yeah, Kai. It's like it looks like okay. I was confused. It has negatives and positives, so it breaks the review down into little bullet points. All right, so the first one, negatives. Right, this is bad stuff.
Yeah.
Region locked for some reason. People couldn't pre-purchase. Terrible price, considering this is a shorter entry. Barely any regional pricing adjustment. Regional stuff is a really big problem.
Regional pricing. Like, I live out in the woods and I expect to pay woods pricing.
I have 17 squirrels. I do not have money. I will trade you these squirrels for the game.
I have.
And then the
How many
CEO.
nuts does this game work?
And then the Grand Theft Auto guy is just like, I don't think people pay enough squirrels for video games, to be completely honest.
Get him, Spider-Man.
And then it says the last negative is that horrible intro song, which I can't speak to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess it's a bad. I guess they didn't like it.
But
The
see, this
positives.
is- Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that this is one of those reviews that is reviewing to the people who have already played the game.
Right.
Yeah.
They're basically, they want to be like,
They want a human connection.
yeah. So like,
Why would you be upset about pre-purchasing?
Yeah, I don't really know. Well, they said they couldn't pre-purchase because it was region locked, which I'm like, is this somebody who is a person who imports
But
games?
also that it's very expensive.
Yeah, but also there wasn't a regional pricing adjustment. I don't know what you expect from this video game. Just buy the one that comes to your territory. Sorry, that's more common. Also, the intro song, I wouldn't review a game based on like the intro cinematic song. I feel like that's really
Well, it
being
depends
a
on
little
how
bit
much.
nitpicky.
It really does depend on how much hay you paid.
Oh, that's true. And the regional pricing adjustment.
Yeah.
The positives: classic Kiryu and no turn-based crap. That's what you said, Joe. Turn-based crap.
Wow.
That's the only positive. There's four negatives.
The only good thing about this game
is it's not like another one in
is
the
that
series.
it's not like the other game in the main series,
Right.
which is turn-based now.
And it says conclusion: game is good, but wait for sale. These prices are moronic, and Sega should fire their marketing team before they ruin the franchise. Was this review helpful? Yes or no?
Games by Sega?
You should, yeah. Sega, did they produce it? Did they publish
Sega
it? They
published it. It was developed by the same people who developed every other one of the
I wish gamers would stop telling companies to fire their employees.
Fire! Somebody needs to be fired for this.
I'm just like, I don't even think that most people could tell me what a marketing team does.
Listen,
I don't think that they know.
This is something that many people don't understand. And it's okay that they don't understand it because it's what allows us podcasters to exist because we can talk a lot of shit about things we don't get. But you know how you have like a dumb asshole at your work who is annoying and you hate him?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true everywhere. That's why things are bad. The end.
Dumb assholes be dumb assholing is basically.
If you have a shitty boss and you're like, man, I have a shitty boss. And then you see something that is bad, like a video game, there's a person like you there.
Yeah.
Who's I have a shitty boss. And that shitty boss affects my work product.
Yeah.
Which is a whole video game.
I am not the sole person responsible for this.
Yeah.
There is a series of variables which happened for this game to turn out the way that it was.
For some people, it's a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah.
For some people, it's a famous star.
Mm-hmm.
And for yet other people, it is a video game. Now you can eat all of these.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of forgot what my metaphor was.
I think you're hungry. Crunchwrap Supreme sounds kind of good right now. I kind of want some Taco
It's a shorter game, but if you have Game Pass,
then just give it a shot.
Yeah, well, I think what they're arguing for is like you should get this on Game Pass. I didn't get Game Pass reviews.
Maybe would they be happier if demos existed still?
Isn't that beta testing?
They probably didn't have a demo of this game.
No, they don't have demos of most games anymore. I mean, some of the streaming stuff will have it where like you get a limited access window where like you can play an hour of the game. I can't go into the McDonald's Play place and get on an N64 and test out the new Mario anymore. I can't do that.
Could you do that before?
Yeah. They had an N64 and a PlayStation in there, and they were behind like the hardest.
McDonald's?
Yeah, the McDonald's. I had a GameCube in there one time, which is aging me because I was a full adult and I probably shouldn't have been in the play place playing the GameCube. But it helped me make a video game buying decision, and I did buy Rogue Squadron.
Kim, are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I sort of blacked out a little bit when you said the McDonald's play place.
Yeah, I don't think a demo would have helped.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't
Maybe
think...
that's the thing we need to ask. Do we think a demo would have helped?
I think if it would help... I mean, what you could experience in the demo that might affect your desire to buy it, you could probably just read or watch in a video.
Well, Jeff, counterpoint, their complaint was that it's too short. So I don't think a demo would have helped that situation.
they get the demo, they're just like, this is really short. I can't believe how short this is.
Unless the demo grounds them, because they're like, well, compared to the demo, this thing is like a fucking Odyssey.
Compared to this, Brad Pitt's wiener is really big. It does impress me how short this demo is.
So impressed.
Brought it back.
Did.
Good job, man.
That'll do.
Yeah, I mean, everyone seems to be kind of experiencing the same thing, and I honestly get from everybody that they're thinking this is like a 7.5 game.
Yeah,
which is what the average score kind of was, like 7.8. There's so many of the Yakuza games, anyways, that I'm not up on all of them. So I personally had no desire to play this just because I kind of would play all the previous. I had to get Game Pass, but I would probably play any of the other ones I have not played first.
I would recommend Like a Dragon.
Okay.
Like a Dragon.
For the very first time.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a game for the very first time, have it like a dragon.
Yeah, whatever that means.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Player 2. I don't know if I said that. I hope you enjoyed our comedy program. Do you guys have any recommendations for the people? For Kim and I, we recorded yesterday, so it would be weird if we
Did
had
I tell you about the Lego show I'm watching?
Right. No, not to me, but did you say that yesterday?
What? No, you didn't.
Know. Oh, so I like ambient television.
Ambient television.
The end. No, what do you mean?
I like ambient television. I like television that I can watch like when I'm about to go to sleep, but I don't watch TV, and we don't have a TV in our bedroom because I am a big believer in feng shui. Bet you didn't know that about me. Anyway, so I don't watch TV in bed, but I do like ambient television, sort of wind down TV while I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I don't want to watch anything that requires too much brain power, but I also don't want to just watch like random shit or nothing. So I like television that's just sort of nice. It's just nice, you know?
Okay.
All right. Well, we watch a lot of like, are you talking about stuff like baking shows? Would that
like
fall under
baking
ambient?
shows? Okay. And so the other problem that I have is I watch
alcoholism.
100%. That is not this area of problems. I watch 100% of my TV. I watch with Michael. And so anytime I'm not with Michael, I don't have anything to watch because I can't watch television without him because then we won't be on the same
divorce.
Episode.
And God forbid you go back.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, you know, it's just like, it's, you know, whatever. Anyway. So I decided that I was going to branch out and try to find a new show. And I like Legos. And there's a Lego like Brickmaster show where they compete with Lego designs.
Yeah, I've seen that show.
It's a really fun. I started on season 4 because that's what just opened up to me. And I think it's really, I was immediately sold by the fact that the prize, it's like $30,000 or something for the prize, right? But what they haven't told them is for the first time ever, whoever wins, their winning design will be sold in stores.
Wow. That's very cool.
But they don't know it. And so they're going to find out. And so like, there's this huge, like absolutely amazing, like dream prize that they don't know that they're competing for. And I don't know. I'm enjoying it very much. And it's like, it's a lot of it's like a mom and her son, and people are like, oh, it's really nice that you bought Legos for your son. And she was like, I bought Legos for me. Like I gave them to him, but I was the one that bought them.
Yeah. Most Lego fanatics as adults are not fanatics because they developed the love with their children. It is because they are like us.
They developed their love for the Legos instead of that with their parents.
And they they accidentally had a child.
Yeah.
Right.
And those two things are disparate.
I've seen the Lego movie.
Yeah. It taught me about love, and also that Will Forte. Which one is he?
Arnett.
Farrell. Arnett is in the Lego show.
Yeah, Arnett's
Farrell
in the Lego
is in the
show.
movie. Yeah.
Arnett's in the Lego movie also.
Oh, is he? Well, and then there's also a great moment in season 4 of the Lego show where one of the contestants has to admit to Will Arnett's face that she's never heard of him. And she's like a hot 25-year-old girl. And he's just like, wow. And her brother is like, what the fuck? I told you to Google him yesterday. like it was like a very candid moment where Will Arnett is like absolutely humbled by this girl who just has never heard of him before. She has no idea of anything that he's ever been in.
Knock him down. Was too busy with Legos.
Famos really like it when you treat them just like regular people.
Yeah.
And to regular people,
they like it when you
spit
on them.
Yeah.
Will Arnett, not impressed me much.
Yeah.
Is what she said in so many words.
I mean, he would impress me though. I would be impressed by him.
Anyway, nice man.
That's nice.
He's probably okay.
So Lego Brickmasters is called?
Brickmasters, yeah.
That rules. Jeff, what do you like?
I was playing Death's Door, which is like just a cute little. It's not really even a Souls-like, but
it's like Zelda.
It's kind of like Zelda, a little harder. It's cute. You run around in the kind of dungeony areas.
Not Tears of the Kingdom Zelda, like
classic
Zelda.
Link to the Past Zelda. I've been playing that, and I started last night for the first time because I had not. I started playing Disco Elysium.
Oh.
And I know it's like a game that got all these awards, but I honestly, for some reason, just never watched anything on it and never played it. So I played like an hour. And it's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, that game is fucking bonkers.
It is probably the funniest piece of media that I have. I was laughing out loud at a video game last night multiple times, and they do not usually make me do that.
Wow. Yeah, that's not normal.
What attribute did you is your best friend? Is it the one that lets you talk to your tie?
I don't know. I only played a little bit. I chose I did the pre-built. There's like you're empathetic, or you're like a powerhouse. I did the empathetic one.
Yeah.
And I was just, I don't really know what the game's goal is. All I know is that I am talking to everybody and having every conversation go as long as humanly possible. And that's the most important thing. And I think after I get off, I told Danielle she would love it. And I was maybe going to wait for us to play it with a friend tomorrow, but I might make her look, because I told her that this will make you laugh. I think she would love it.
Yeah.
That game cracked me up. And I had to stop last night because I got to the part where I kind of fucked up an interaction. So now a teenage boy thinks I'm his prison bitch and keeps calling me that.
Hey, Jeff, don't fix that.
Okay.
I
don't go back and redo it, but I am his prison bitch.
Nice.
Because I backed down. So I've been, played that. And I beat Spider-Man 2.
Oh, good for you, man.
It feels a little less than Spider-Man 1, like a little less meaty. I don't know if that makes sense.
But there's twice as many Spider-Men.
There are twice as many Spider-Men, but there's not twice as many things for the Spider-Man to do.
Whoa, now that's a pretty bold claim.
But it feels more in line with like Miles Morales content-wise than like the other full-fledged Spider-Man game.
I think that they're all equivalent, and I think that the distinctions that people are making are made up.
Okay. I felt like it went a little bit faster than the first one.
Now, if it was $50, would you have cared?
I don't care about price. Joe, I'm rich.
That's true.
That's the fiction that we have built in this show, huh?
Which is sad because literally Kim yesterday was just like, money would fix a lot of your problems. And I'm just
can you name one of your problems that wouldn't be fixed by money?
No, and that's the thing that people don't want to admit. Money could buy me a new PS5 and also fix all my health problems.
It's true. It's true. Money's great. Let's get some. I've been playing a VR game.
What VR game?
It's called Sword and Sorcery. It's kind of like...
Is it a sex game?
No.
It's a sex game.
Combat deathmatch game. It's kind of like that thing. It's like, you know how in the holodeck in Star Trek when Worf goes in there and it's just like a monster and he beats the shit out of it?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's just that.
Did you get a new VR headset or are you still using your other one?
I have a MetaQuest 3.
Oh, well then. Okay.
It's pretty good. Some of the stuff in it is pretty neat. It had the preview experience they have on it. They don't call them games anymore. It's an experience. It was pretty cool. Aliens invaded and I shot them because that's all you can really do with video games is shoot them.
Is shoot things, yeah. You can't.
But they're right there. Like in VR, you can like see the light in their eyes go out.
You should get one of those. Get those packs you can wear, the vests.
I don't need that anymore. This thing is fucking. It just connects through Wi-Fi really well. Actually, I don't need a cord.
No, I was talking about the chest that makes you feel. It's like all like you. It'll give you.
Oh, that's actually what we call human emotions. The thing in your chest that makes you feel, Jeff. That's your heart.
It's your heart. Yeah, I guess I should like branch out with my Quest and like see what kind of video. I just use it for porn.
Yeah, I just use mine for porn.
Yeah, I forget that it has video games on it.
It's a delivery system for porn that for some reason has a lot of games in it.
It's a lot of video games. But yeah, I should do more
porn.
Should do more video games on that.
The VR.
You should go into Best Buy and be like, hey, so I know that we all use this thing for porn primarily.
Obviously.
But can you make me some non-porn? And this isn't crazy. Some non-porn recommendations for this device.
This is a
Geek Squad
porn review show.
Guys, I have to leave.
Okay. All right,
fair.
We got one more review so we can go out on a high note.
Yeah. Last review. This is from Pandar. He says, quote, he didn't erase his name. He just changed it. Spoilers, I guess.
My name's Jojo.
My name's Jeff.
And my name is Kim. And you've been listening to Listen to Player 2. And Brad Pitt's unimpressive dong is my real mom and dad.
I don't think you should call it a dong.
Jesus Christ.
Is it just a ding?
It's just a ding.
It's just the ding.
I'm stopping the recording.
Okay, fine.